can't tell you how much this fills my heart to see all of you and our support coming together as a community. There's too many people to thank for this happening today, but you know who you are, and thank you so much for your guidance, your support, your perseverance, your tenacity, your advocacy. You never stopped, and thank you so much. So I have a few remarks. My name is Dr. Ben Majid. I am the Palomar College Faculty Pride Center Coordinator, and this is my colleague, Lean Reynolds, also our coordinator. My pronouns are he, him, and I've had the honor of serving as the faculty coordinator for a couple of years, and it is a privilege to stand before you today with my colleague, Lean, and welcome all of you to this historic moment for our college community as we cut the grand opening to the Pride Center. It's just right around the corner, you're gonna see. So, a little bit about the center. So, it was built through years of vision and persistence and love from trailblazers who stood up and they fought and they advocated for a more inclusive Palomar College. And this treasure exists because of the legacy of giants, those who came before us and did the hard work of creating space where there once was none. And we are so fortunate to have this space, especially in the state of California and what's happening nationally. So we stand on their shoulders today, and their commitment and tenacity made this moment possible. And we carry that responsibility forward with deep gratitude. So please join me in thanking all of you who joined us today and made this happen. Okay, so as you tour the new Pride Center, we're going to be giving tours shortly. Remember that it's more than a physical space, it's an expression of our values. Inclusiveness, where we celebrate the intersections of identity and our chosen families. Attentiveness, where we listen and care. And vibrancy, where we foster queer joy. Supportiveness, where we nurture one another with compassion in a space that feels like home. Resourcefulness, where we provide holistic support and advocacy. And boldness, where we challenge the status quo and we take transformative action to shape our future. So today we celebrate the legacy of the Palomar College Pride Center and the future that we are going to build together. And to help us celebrate, our mariachi band will be here momentarily, but we're going to celebrate with Mariachi Arco de Iris de Los Angeles, the first LGBTQ mariachi band in the world. The band is a unique and dynamic ensemble representing the traditions of rich cultures in Mexico. This group was created as a haven for mariachi musicians who identify as LGBTQ to come together and perform traditional Mexican regional music in an otherwise machista and discriminating subculture of the mariachi world. So thank you for being part of this moment, and welcome to the Palomar College Pride Center. And now Lean Reynolds will read our Palomar College Land Acknowledgement.
Thank you. And I think Ben captured it perfectly. I'm so grateful to all of you who are here and I feel so empowered knowing that you're here in our corner and in our students' corners. Mm-hmm. This center represents a new era for the Pride Center, one focused on power, joy, and community. Thank you. And now I would like to invite Vice President of Student Services, Nick Mata, to say a few words.
Good morning, afternoon. I can't remember where we're at now. Wow, I'm right now experiencing a lot of the feels. Okay, so bear with me. I'm a chillon, and what that means in Spanish is I'm a crier. So if I cry, and that's my son laughing at me. I'm a crier, so if it comes out, just roll with it. I prepared some remarks, but I may go off script. It is truly an honor to stand with you today as we celebrate the grand opening of the new Palomar College Pride Center. This is a meaningful and joyful moment for our campus, one that reflects not only how far we have come, but also the bright rainbow-colored path ahead. Today, we celebrate pride and progress, pride in the identities, voices, and experiences that make our community so vibrant, and progress in our continued commitment to build a campus where every student feels seen, supported, and valued. Within the first few weeks of starting at Palomar College, I met with Abby Corey, the faculty coordinator at the time of the Pride Center, and Abby's here. Hi, Abby. We talked about the Pride Center. I told her about my coming out journey. I told her how I wanted to support the center. And one of the goals that we both had was a new space. Yay! Yeah. Yes. And I said, we will get there, I promise. And today is also about promises kept. So we're really excited. The Pride Center represents more than just a physical space. It is a home, a place where students can connect, find resources, build friendships, and simply be themselves. It is a space rooted in belonging, where inclusion is not just a goal, but a daily practice. And the reason I'm feeling all the feels is because I remember in my coming out journey, that day I stepped foot in our Pride Center at my university. And that changed the world for me. And my drive over here, as I'm driving here with my son for this joyous occasion, you see things come full circle. Because I walked into that Pride Center as a 19-year-old, not wondering where I would fit in this world. Not only with my family, but in society. And I had dreams, I had hopes. I wanted a career, I wanted a family. And when I walked into that center and I found that support and I found that love and I found people that I could just be in community with, it was life-changing. We are excited with this new center for the partnerships that will grow here, not only with Associated Student Government, student clubs, with the neighboring student support programs, and with many individuals and groups who are dedicated to uplifting our students. Together, we will ensure this space remains dynamic, responsive, and full of life. So to our students that are here today, this space is for you. Your voices, your leadership, and your presence will shape what this center becomes. I encourage you to use it often, to gather, to learn, to support one another, and to celebrate who you are. To everyone who helped to make this vision a reality, thank you. Your dedication and care have created something truly special. So let us take this moment to celebrate not just a new center, but a stronger, more inclusive Palomar College community. Welcome to the Pride Center. You belong here. Do I introduce Dr. Caldi? Okay. It is my pleasure now to introduce our interim superintendent, President Dr. Tina Ricaldi.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor to be here with you today to mark the official opening of our new Pride Center and realize our goal of creating a space to honor, support, and celebrate our dynamic and diverse LGBTQ community. The mission, vision, and values of our Pride Center reiterate our district's commitment to encourage our students to embrace the best version of themselves. Simply put, we make education possible for everyone by breaking down barriers to eliminate stigma and biases that may surround our employees and our students. Our 16-year legacy as one of the first community colleges to support the LGBTQ community with a Pride Center is clearly evident today. Our legacy continues with an active dialogue that inspires equity and secures a culture rich in diversity. By actively engaging with one another, we intentionally educate ourselves and build alliances to promote a healthy, safe, and prosperous environment for everyone. The opening of our new Pride Center also represents our commitment to progress and to the people that make it happen. I want to recognize and thank Dr. Ben Mudgett for leading us in this project, and Dr. Abby Corey, who continues to be a steadfast advocate and integral part of this coming to fruition. I am also grateful to VP Nick Mata, Dean Dr. Leslie Salas, the Pride Center Committee to Combat Hate, Pride Center Student Support Coordinator Lean Reynolds, Executive Assistant to the Vice President of Student Services Jill DeErico, Division Administrative Assistant Jenna Crewman, Senior Graphics Coordinator Ben Arbolita, our design firm Cultura, and our facilities team for continuing to push us toward this moment in time. This work and compassionate commitment to our LGBTQ students and employees is a very real example of our dedication to a stigma-free and healthy environment for our Palomar community. Today is also a time to remember those who have dedicated their life's work to the equal treatment of LGBTQ people, only to face detrimental hate crimes, risking their own health, homelessness, housing insecurities, food insecurities, HIV, and AIDS. What we do matters and creates a lasting impact. And I'll just share, as a physical therapist, I had a patient one time who came in with neck pain, and he came in with his husband, and he came into the room, and I evaluated him, and I realized he was in a lot of pain. So at the end of the evaluation, I asked him to lay down so I could do some soft tissue work on his neck to bring down his pain level. And he kind of stopped, and he's like, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Well, yeah, of course. That's why I'm here, is to bring your pain down, make you feel more comfortable, help you heal." And he's like, "Well, did you notice that I'm HIV positive and borderline AIDS?" And I said, "Yeah, I saw that in your chart." And he's like, he was so confused. And he laid down on the table, and I came to his head, and I started doing treatment on his neck. And he just had tears flowing down his face. And I immediately stopped. So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, am I hurting you? Like, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm supposed to make you feel better." And he said, "You are the first medical professional in years that's actually touched me." I was shocked. I made him feel comfortable. Sorry. And I continued the treatment. The next time he came in, his husband brought me a bouquet of flowers to thank me for caring for him and for treating him the manner in which I did. And when I started teaching physical therapy students, I shared this story with them to help them understand the importance of not only treating the body, but treating the mind and helping individuals to heal. And so when I think about that, I think about all the important work we do and what this center represents and how it is so important in creating this culture of inclusiveness and belonging. And so I just want you to think about that and the impact each one of us has every day in the lives of the people that we touch. The champions of the past are with us in spirit. We are here today to continue making progress to a future without discrimination, violence, and hate. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate the important milestone of the Palomar College Pride Center. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Trustee Roberto Rodriguez.
Thank you, Dr. Ricaldi. And thanks to all of you for being here this morning. This is amazing. In November of 2021, as Secretary of the Governing Board, I had the honor of signing the unanimously approved resolution officially proclaiming June as Pride Month in the Palomar College District. That resolution also affirmed our support for the annual Progress Pride flag raising ceremony each June to honor the history and ongoing work of the LGBTQ+ movement. I vividly recalled the passionate discussion surrounding that resolution and what meaning we all gave to it. For that reason, I do not take it lightly to be here today, recognizing the progress we have made and reaffirming our commitment to a safe and welcoming space, one where LGBTQ plus students and allies are empowered to reach their personal, academic, and career goals. In the current environment, this work is more important than ever. We must continue advancing equity and ensuring that Palomar is not only a safe space, but a place where you, whether student, faculty, staff, or administrator, can be your authentic self and truly excel. I stand here as a proud and grateful ally. I'm incredibly proud of the work you all have accomplished and sincerely grateful for the commitment of staff, faculty, and administrators as we continue our journey toward becoming a beacon of queer excellence, supporting LGBTQ plus student success, personal growth, and community engagement. It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce someone who I've had the honor to work with on the governing board. She impressed me on day one and continues to impress me at every board meeting. Our student trustee, Ariel Friedman.
Thank you, Trustee Rodriguez. On behalf of Palomar College students, I want to express our deepest gratitude to all of our colleagues and vendor partners who worked tirelessly to achieve this milestone today. I also want to recognize the past and present staff and faculty leaders and administrators who have remained steadfast in their commitment to establish a new space for our LGBTQ students and employees. This new center would not be possible without their forethought and commitment to Palomar College. As a representative of the more than 29,000 Palomar College students, I'm beyond grateful for everyone's commitment to continuing our progress to support our LGBTQ students. This center not only provides academic counseling, educational planning, and health services, but provides a safe space for our LGBTQ students to build community. I can't think of a better way to support the success of all students than this new and improved Pride Center. I truly believe that I can speak on behalf of all students when I say thank you. Thank you for caring about our well-being. Thank you for being so passionate about building a community where everyone belongs. Not everyone gets to brag about their college community, so thank you for giving us something to be proud of. Professors, admin, classified, everyone who committed or participated in this, thank you. I'm truly honored to be here during this historical event, and I'm beyond thrilled to see where we go from here. Thank you so much for having me here today. It's my honor and pleasure to introduce Professor Abby Corey.
Hi, everybody. Oh, hi, everybody. Welcome to our grand opening. I have been dreaming of this for 16 years. When I first arrived at Palomar in the fall of 2006, I walked around going, where are all the gay people? There was no Pride Center. There was no safe space. There were very few identifiably gay people anywhere. And so how did we get from there to here, where we have this beautiful Pride Center space that is designed just for us, just for queer folks on campus and our allies? Here's a little history lesson. Just a few years after I started teaching here, there had developed a large and active JSA and lots of campus activism due to some really heinous homophobic hate mail that one of our faculty members received. And also, I think, due to pushback on Prop 8, which had passed the fall before. And we had all these queer student activists with nowhere to go on campus, which wasn't the safest place at that time. So we started pushing for a space. Eventually, we got this dinky little unused faculty office, and I still remember IT7L. It's a building that isn't even there anymore. It was torn down to make room for the LRC. That space was so small. Students were overflowing into the hallway. Neighboring faculty was complaining about how loud everybody was. So we kept advocating for a larger space. And it wasn't just having a space for students. PC3H was providing safe zone training, pronoun usage training. We were participating in political economy days. We pushed for gender-neutral bathrooms on campus. We pushed for campus policies and procedures to contain sexual orientation and gender identity language. Thank you, Jenny. She was instrumental in that one. And we were really educating the campus community. And then we started marching in San Diego Pride and tabling at North County Pride. And then we started throwing our own Pride festivals and raising the Pride flag in June. All kinds of education and activism. And after several years of advocacy and trying to make campus safe for queer folks, we finally got a space in different space now, ST72, which gradually expanded to the space where we have been until now. Along the way, though, I kept pushing for a space designed just for us, just for campus queer folks and students' needs. I had my 10-page proposal, which I kept shopping around to Nick and every new student services administrator. And finally, this is it. A big, beautiful space where we can continue that activism and advocacy, and most importantly, a space where our LGBTQ plus students can feel not just safe, but welcomed and valued. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to all the folks who worked to bring this about, and the folks who have worked for years to change the campus climate for queer kids. I cannot wait for you to see the space. And now I'd like to pass it over to the Executive Director of the North County LGBTQ Center, Max Disposti.
Thank you. Thank you, Corey. I was expecting a little bit more of the chisme when we used to get together here, because it was a journey for sure. And I just can't believe 17 years has passed by, but also remember the determinations of the leaders here on campus. We used to meet monthly. By the way, Max Disposti, he and pronouns. I'm the founder, executive director of the North County LGBTQ Resource Center. And thank you, my paid cheerleaders. And I'm very, truly honored to be here today because I've seen the beginning of this fight and this organizing coming from Abby and many other leaders at the time. We were meeting once a month, hiding on campus, and it was us trying to build the LGBT Center in Oceanside, and then Palomar College, some people from Miracles, and then Cal State San Marcos. And we really had this dream to have a different kind of North County because we had so many queer people, and we needed to be visible, organized, but also we were quite angry to impose our presence in spaces where we had to be, had the right to be. And so I commend for all the past and current leadership, because this journey, as you can all tell, is not over. It's really just the beginning, even though sometimes we feel tired. But we build these spaces because of times like this. At times where unity and solidarity is necessary more than ever, spaces like this become like the lifeline of our own existence. As I was walking here, I've been many times on this campus. To me, the fact that we're next to our dreamers, next to the visible advocacy in campus, it really reminds us how we are all one, because LGBT people are immigrants, LGBT people are people of color. LGBT people stand up on the front line right now in providing food distribution and helping people under the terror that this government is unleashing against all of us. And we celebrate because of that, because we exist and resist, but also we're projecting our future for a better space, a better humanity that transcends the doors of Palomar College. It goes into our community every single day. Because the students that come here, the queer students they are coming here, they come from these backgrounds. They can't pay rent, they struggle, they can't leave their life behind. They had to work 2-3 jobs, they will have to pay the loans ahead of them. Spaces like this are moment for a peaceful coming together, recognize our own dignity and identities, because there are people out there, they're trying to take it away from us, but they just can't. But also the opportunity to look in the past and look how far we came and become in insisting and persisting in creating spaces that they are really now being used by all the students or those that want to use it, and they are able to show up and be themselves and find a moment that can ground them into the reality of today's. So I did write something, but I'm not going to read it anymore because I already spoke too much, but I always do that. After 20 years of speaking, you wonder, I should have learned that. But I am honored to share this space with all of you, and I think a recommendation for also our administrations here in campus is that supporting the spaces, as you all know, because you spoke today, so we're very grateful for that. It's an ongoing journey. It's not a check mark. It's not a moment of recognition during Pride Month. It's everyday struggle to make sure that the well-being of our queer and non-queer students are always on the top list of our education and our journey towards a better future, a better tomorrow. So with that, I really thank you, and I'll pass it to the founder, actually, and I'm honored to present them, the Executive Director of Palomar College Foundation, Stacy Rungatis. Hi, Stacy. Thank you. I used to have a seat like
Thank you, Max. Max and I have known each other for a couple of years. We went through leadership North County together, and since that time, seriously, 12 years ago, he's been a great ally and friend. So thank you for all that you do for our community. It's outstanding to be with you today as we celebrate this milestone, the opening of the new Pride Center at Palomar College. While we will miss you guys over in the AAST building, we are excited about this new and expanded space. But the Pride Center is more than just a space. It is a resource, and it's a home. Within these walls, people will find support, connection, education, affirmation. Every person who enters will have a place where they feel welcomed with dignity, inclusion, and belonging. And I have the pleasure of serving as the Executive Director for the Palomar College Foundation, and our mission is quite simple: to assure equal access to success for all Palomar College students by inspiring philanthropic support. So here comes the ask. This is why I am proud to announce that we are creating the Pride Center Endowment Fund. So, yes. Several caring and thoughtful individuals have already come together to support this effort, and our goal is to reach $10,000. The endowment represents a long-term commitment to this community as it will live on in perpetuity. These funds are not just monies, but a promise to respond to the emerging needs of the Pride Center. As we open the doors to the new center, we invite each of you, partners, advocates, and allies, to be a part of it And we've made it easy for you with a QR code on the flyers. And there is also a little acrylic in the back that you can just scan and donate. Your support will help ensure this center thrives, not just today, but for decades to come. Thank you for being a part of this day and for helping us build a future for all. It's now my honor to turn the program back over to our amazing Pride Center team, Ben and Lee.
All right. I know we're anxious to get over there, but I have one more thing for you. So now it's time to unveil our new logo. This logo will carry us into that future that Stacy so wonderfully painted. We see this as a visual expression of a renewed energy in the Pride Center. Our new logo was a collective effort expressive of our values, our mission, and our vision for Palomar College. We want to give thanks to everyone who contributed this, including and especially Creative Services and our Public Affairs Office. Ben, would you help me hold these up?
Absolutely.
There you go. So, 1, 2, there we go. So when you see this around campus, know that the Pride Center was there. I love it so much, and I'm really excited to share it with you all, but there's obviously something I'm extremely excited to share with you all. So if you would please join us in front of the Pride Center for the ribbon cutting, followed by tours and refreshments.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go. Let's get it.